Not many players in college basketball have made the one-year jump like our guy Kai Jones, who now joins us on Game Plan. Kai, what do you think has been the biggest key for you in your development from your freshman season to this season?
The biggest key for me has been just developing my confidence and growing more sure of myself every day because of the reps I put in and the work I've put in over the past few years. Just trusting my work and becoming more and more confident.
What did Shaka tell you he wanted you to focus on?
Just me and Shaka talk a lot about growing mentally and playing with a certain spirit and a certain level of violence. So he's always encouraging me to have that at the forefront of my mind when I go into games because he knows when I'm playing like that, I'm at a different level. So that's been something he's been encouraging me of all season.
Yeah, and he said just moments ago that he has tried to encourage you to take ownership of playing hard. What does playing hard look like to you?
Playing hard is just giving max effort on every play when you're in the game, trying to impact the game in any way you can. So just for me being in a stance on defense and then on offense, make sure I'm cutting hard, cutting sharp, ready to shoot, and playing with violence, crashing the offensive glass. Just consecutively like playing with with a level of violence.
Well, you come into a situation now where there are three studs at the forward position that could all end up playing in the NBA one day. You, along with Jericho and Greg as well. So how do you feel like you fit in and the three of you guys work together, considering you all play essentially the same type of role and spot?
Absolutely. I think we all bring different elements to the team in terms of our like versatility and ability to guard multiple spots. And like you see, Greg and I can both put it on the floor, shoot it. Jericho is more of an interior player, but he has a lot of game to him as well. I think we all just bring different elements and impact the game in different ways when we're out there. I think that's the biggest thing, and I think we all help the team a lot when we get on the floor together.
What's a player that you look up to? Who do you try to emulate and try to model your game after?
There are a lot of different guys in the NBA I watch. I love Kevin Durant's game. I feel like he's a very versatile player for a 6'11" guy and can also shoot the ball at a very high clip. And he's also very efficient too. So that's somebody I watch. Somebody who's really good at picking their spots. He doesn't take that many bad shots, and when he does, they usually go in. And I also watch Giannis. I love Giannis' game. I love the passion he plays with, and he has a lot of good moves too, especially in the paint, just navigating around defenders. He's very like creative with the way that he can just get a shot off in the paint. Before he even got his muscle, he would get around guys, his quickness, and he just plays very hard and he runs very hard. So those are the two guys I watch.
Let's get into your story and how it really started. You grew up in the Bahamas. How were you introduced to the game of basketball?
I was introduced like any other kid probably was, at a basketball camp or just outside playing. And my love for the game really picked up when I moved to the States for the first time. That's kind of where I was playing basketball consistently every day. And I just fell in love with it and I couldn't get enough. And that was when I decided I wanted to take the game serious.
And when did you realize, like, hey, I could be pretty good? There could be a future, not just D1 at a place like Texas, but also in the NBA and making some money.
Well, shoot, I didn't realize that I could play in Division I basketball until probably about 16, 17.
Wow.
Until about my last year of high school. And then right before I went to college, I started to realize, hold on, I might be able to actually play this game for money. And it kind of happened really fast, but I always believed in myself from the jump, and I knew that it would take a lot of work. It's just a matter of how quickly it came.
So what's your reaction now when you hear about the NBA buzz? You look at some of the projections. ESPN.com has you as the number 3 ranked power forward for next year's NBA draft. What's your reaction to all of that?
Honestly, it's a blessing. I feel like I'm blessed to be in that position, to be in the conversation, but I also know that I have to keep working and stay present and finish out the season strong so that me and my teammates, so we can get a couple more guys up on those lists from the team and win a championship and do all the things we want to do. But, it's really a blessing. I can't thank God enough, and I've put in a lot of work. So, of course, I'm happy to be up there, but this is just the beginning for me, I feel like.
And we feel the same way. We see it every time you take the court. Your skill set, the way you play, there's not a lot of dudes in college basketball and basketball period that can do all the things you can do. So Kai Jones, thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you do more amazing things on the court for Texas and beyond.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Have a good day.